Hi, welcome to Dad Tech. Today we've got an unboxing and a testing of the Saramonic Ultra, which is right here. And we are going to do some tests. I've got a lot of shooting I got to do over the next week or so. And this is going to be my primary lav mic, different variations of how you can use this thing. It's going to be the primary. And I'm very excited because I have my Saramonic Air right here, as well as a special adapter you get to go directly into your camera. The Air sounded fantastic. I really like this. So to get the Ultra, which has some really key and important features for me, I'm excited. So let's just get this thing out. We have instructions, another bag. Pretty simple unboxing. And from what I remember, that does light up inside. So let's be honest, very similar to the DJI Mic 2 system. And that's not a bad thing because that's obviously a very good system, but as well as in a prior video, I've already said my issues with the DJI Mic 2 system. But it's a little bit heavier than DJI Mic 2. Same thing here with the receiver, but this is very similar. Adapters for Lightning and USB-C to go directly in your phone. And now that I know I've got my adapter here for going directly into the camera, let's just connect these up now because this I was pretty curious about. Ooh, okay. I'll get some B-roll of that just so I'm not trying to figure it out in the situation. I said in the Saramonic Air video that you could tell this adapter was made for the Ultra, and that one was just made to kind of jump on and still work with it. But there's a very satisfying locking mechanism there and click that gets the receiver on the top. Cool. So everything's up and running here. Didn't have to do much, just put it in and turn it on. So 32-bit float audio. We have internal recording. So basically what the Air was missing that I like them features and wish that had, but this is a budget-friendly option, whereas this is Ultra by name, Ultra by nature. Gives you all of them features. Oh, let's have a look at the bag real quick. Lavalier mics, all the goodies that you need. Fluffies, cable, charging cable. Oh, yes, I forgot an antenna for bigger range. Lav mic using a normal audio jack right there, which the Air used a proprietary system. The little clip, I'll get it right there so you can see it. So this one a little bit different. This one doesn't rotate like the other one does. It just snaps on right here. There you go. Again, I have a bunch of videos I got to go record. So I'm going to utilize this as my primary mic for the next out and about moving type videos that I have to do. And for sure on a next interview that I'm going to do, next special project that I'm working on, I'm going to utilize this. Saramonic, I was so impressed with the Air. They very kindly, I asked them nicely if I could use the Ultra, and they very kindly sent it to me and said yes. So follow-up video will be a comparison between the two. Now clearly Air, Ultra, more expensive, not as expensive. Some features that this one doesn't have. So it's going to be pretty straightforward at that point, but I definitely want to put that video together just to give one back to Saramonic for sending me these, as well as to put it out there. If someone's considering one or the other, then they can get one video that will give them that detail. Hope you, well, I'm not ending this video. I'm going to move over to Future Me. So check out Future Me, having used this thing. Hi, Future Me. Hope you're good. Bye. Okay, you Saramonic fans, another review under the belt, another time I've sneakily wore a lavalier mic and I could be sat here saying, hey everybody, how are you doing? And you would never know I'm wearing a lav mic and the audio is coming from that said lav mic. Now I'd never just wear the lav mic and be talking into this for the illusion. It doesn't make sense, but for this video I didn't. I had nothing here, so I could move stuff around with the products that I'm reviewing, but I had Saramonic here on my chest, listening to everything, internally recording at 32-bit float. If I need it, if I start shouting and yelling, it's got me covered. So Here's another review down, and I will be checking back in with you guys after I've done a couple more videos, and we'll get our final reviews and thoughts on the Saramonic Ultra. Let's see what's next. Our sponsor for today is ZT, and the sponsor for the channel, in fact. And they have sent me some clothing. I really like what they put together for their clothes. We have plaid shirts, we have plaid hoodies, we have polo shirts, we have polo long sleeve shirts, and really like what they've done. So they are now the proud sponsor of this channel, and I'm happy to say that they're very affordable, great quality, and highly recommended. More from them in different videos, but they are the channel sponsor, and please check out their website. They will also be linked in the description below. Back to the mics. We have a testing. Noise cancellation on, noise cancellation off. Let's keep it on for now, but let's run this. Today we're going to build something, and I've got my tools. Okay, Saramonic fans. I needed to do a little video, and I wanted to use my iPhone for it because I'm doing versus of the K688, the projector video that you just saw, and I already had a mic on, and I was recording directly into my phone. I was like, what am I thinking here? I have a Saramonic Ultra, and I need an excuse to put that into my phone. So why am I not recording my audio with this? So I got it back out from when I was recording the video last, and it's in there. And this is what it sounds like. So this is coming directly from my phone, from the Saramonics, which is lav mic'd back on my chest. I didn't take it off when I was doing the last video. So this is the audio coming directly from the Ultra, going directly into my phone. Great stuff. I don't know what this sounds like yet. I know it's going to sound perfect, but there's the versatility of this. And my brain just has to switch on and say, why am I using the Saramonic for this when I really should, could, will? I've got some big stuff coming up though, which I'm definitely going to use it for, so you'll see that soon. Now, the first thing I used this for, the 32-bit actually saved me because I had my wife and her photography friend who got a little overexcited, talked a little bit too loud, and as I listened back to the footage that went directly into the camera from this, it was clipping. I was like, whoa, like it just, I'd never actually heard it before, but these excited young ladies were causing the audio to clip. So I went into the internal recording, pulled off the file, put that in, synced it up, like literally click, and audio was saved, no clipping. And then obviously I just loaded it down because it was way too high, but I saved a project that we really couldn't have redone. You'll see Santa, all that stuff. So I trusted this enough. I liked the sound of this enough in just my little test to say, I'm going to use it for all my projects. I'm going to use it for all my videos on the channel. And then a 5-hour shoot that I was being paid to do. I was being paid to be the videographer for 5 hours with some realtors and some multi-million-dollar homes. And I couldn't mess up on that gig. The audio had to be perfect. The video had to be perfect. And it was. And I clipped all my talent. I lav mic'd them all up, and I clipped it in, and we figured it out, and it sounded fantastic. So let's be honest, this is a direct competitor to the DJI Mic 2 system, I would say. I know there's a 3 out right now, and whoever else knows what else. There's the minis. The 3 does not have lav mic integration, so that's not possible. It is with this. So what we can say is it checks off all the boxes that the DJI Mic 2 system with lavs does, but this came with lavs. It came with everything you needed. I did have the hot shoe attachment that I had when I had the Saramonic Air. So I carried that over because the hot shoe mic is compatible with both. So when I went on that shoot, I had the hot shoe just straight on my camera, and then I had this as a backup, knowing that if for whatever reason anything happened to this, I could then go back to the Air and just plug the receiver straight onto my camera and go with that. Obviously, the only thing I was missing out on at that point was the internal float 32-bit as well as internal recording. So internal 32-bit. It goes together, two separate things technically, but they go together. Lav mics, check. The transmitter, the receiver, the wind muffs, the cables, a bag, a case. You get everything you need to run and gun and just to go. I'm confident with Saramonic enough to say, let's just take this out into the field, utilize it. And obviously I did that for my YouTube videos. I did that for paid gigs and for other stuff. And I trusted it and it worked for all of them gigs. So this is going to be one of my primary go-tos when it comes to audio needs. They did send this to me. Doesn't influence my opinions. It's a fantastic product. All the links for this will be in the description below, but if you do have any questions, let me know. If you do want me to do follow-up videos on these, let me know. All right, so thank you for joining me. My name is Mark. This is Dad Tech. We'll have the Saramonic Air video right here, so you can see that. You will see another audio-based, probably the DJI Mic 2 up here. So thank you, like, comment, subscribe. Have a fantastic day and take care.